What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about exchanging our most valuable asset for paper IOUs and paying ourselves in silver and gold to make sure our families and our futures are set up for success. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Getting pretty close. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today I want to talk about paying myself in silver, paying ourselves in silver, because that's exactly what I consider it when I exchange my paper, fiat, glorified IOU dollars for some beautiful, beautiful precious metal. So sitting here in front of me, I don't have anything super special. I got some 90% over here, some pure silver over there, some bars, some rounds, some coins, a little bit of everything. Got some sunshine bars, the American flag bar, the eagle, the kangaroo, the maple, and some Washington quarters, some Roosevelt dimes, Mercury dimes, some half dollars, and some miscellaneous coins out in the middle. But I wanted to talk about paying ourselves in silver. But before we can get to that point, we have to talk about what else goes on prior to being able to pay yourself in silver. What is it that we do? How is it that we get our currency? What do we have to do in exchange for this paper, fiat, glorified IOU dollar that the bank tells us is money? We have to first, most of us at least, we have to first trade our time, our labor, our efforts, our blood, sweat, and tears. We're trading our time for these dollar bills. Now, time, I value more than money. Reason for that is because time is our most valuable asset. You can find a 5-ounce silver bar on the ground, but you can't find 5 minutes. You can find yourself a watch, but you can't find time. This is something that I began to understand in 2013, 2014, years before I even discovered precious metals. I already had an understanding of this, and I never enjoyed the thought or the concept of trading something so valuable for something that has no intrinsic value in any way, shape, or form. These right here, these are just pieces of paper. 3 different type of bills with 3 different numbers on them, but they're all the same exact size. They're all the same exact weight. If you close your eyes and shuffle them up, you can't tell them apart. Which one's the 5? Which one's the 50? Which one's the 20? Is there a 10 in there? Is there 100 in there? You won't be able to tell the difference. They're the same exact thing. The only difference is the number that they decided to print on them. A glorified IOU is what I like to call it. Now, these glorified IOUs, I obviously don't consider them to be money. I consider them to be a tool. And with this tool, a very useful tool, I might add, you could do tons and tons of different things with it. You could pay your bills, you could pay rent, you could pay for insurance, you could pay for gassing up the car, you could buy food. You could take care of all of your financial responsibilities. You can go on a vacation if you want. You can do whatever you want, as long as you have enough of these glorified IOU dollars. But after all the financial responsibilities are taken care of, after the bills are paid, after tuition is covered, after all the food has been purchased, the family's taken care of, if you got a spouse and kids, everything's taken care of, you can take the remaining amount of these, which I'll be honest, for the overwhelming majority of us, isn't all that much. Some of us live paycheck to paycheck or close to paycheck. We all have different incomes. We all have different financial situations. We all have different lifestyles and expenses and stuff like that. So there's no shame in not making as much or not making more or making less than the guy next to you. Doesn't matter. Who cares? But you can take the remaining amount of dollar bills, or even a small portion of them, and exchange some of this currency, this backed by nothing but hope and faith and debt currency, and convert it into real true money. Internationally recognized as money, constitutionally recognized as money, biblically recognized as money, and it's not just about the silver, it can go for the gold as well. Silver and gold. Real, true, honest, genuine money. The ghost of money. Huge difference. Important tool. I will not say that these are irrelevant. I will not say that these are pointless. They are a very useful tool, but tools are not money. I think that should be understood. Even to the person out there who is not stacking silver and gold. Understand that they have a bank account full of tools. So, moving on into the silver and gold now. What I like to do with some of the fiat left over at the end of the month, when tuition is taken care of, when all my bills are taken care of, the remaining amount of dollars left over, I like to take a portion of them. Now, granted, I did take a couple months off of this because I wanted to make sure no financial emergencies were going to happen. But I'm back to stacking now, finally. And what I like to do typically is take about 33.3%. I know that might sound weird, but I take about a third of the cash that's left over. I call it the 33.3% rule. I take about a third of the cash that's left over and I exchange it for silver and or gold. Whatever I can get my hands on, as much as I can get my hands on, whatever opportunities are there for the taking, I understand that all I have to do is take it. So there's a lot of different things you can do, and there's a lot of different ways you can go about this. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this right now are pretty much on the same page as I, and if they are not, we're probably at least in the same book. I don't think anybody would make it 7.5 minutes deep into a video of something that they completely disagree with. But I consider it paying myself. After the boss pays me, if you even want to say that I'm being paid, I'm just being given pieces of paper. After I'm paid, or after I'm done selling my time for currency, and I use that currency to take care of the things I need to take care of, I like to pay myself. That's what I like to do, and I know there's a lot of people out there who say that you should always pay yourself first. That's something that I teeter-totter back and forth with. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that. I was told by a mentor that you should always pay yourself first, but I was also told by a mentor that you should never cut your expenses. You should always increase your income. I disagree. I think you should do both. And I pay myself in silver, and this stuff right here, unlike the dollar bill, it has real, true intrinsic value. I'm not sitting here acting like I'm selling silver or anything like that. I've never sold a single ounce of silver, and I do not plan on selling any silver. I don't even consider it selling. I would say it's converting back into dollar bills. Actually, one could argue that you can't buy silver, but you could use your silver to buy this paper. One could make that argument, but that's a story for another day. I like to pay myself in silver, and I like to give myself real, true money as a little bit of a reward for working my face off all week or all month or over the last couple of months. In this particular instance, I like to reward myself with real money, whether it's the white metal, whether it's the yellow metal. Both are beautiful pieces of money. Both are incredible for completely different reasons. I stack them both, but I prioritize silver over gold. Silver is my precious metal of choice, right now anyway. Now, depending on what amount of dollar bills you have left over at the end of the month, you can get more or less. If you don't have a whole lot, you can go for some 90%. This is a good way of getting fractional silver coins. All of 2019, all of last year, every single time that I would place an order online, I would include at least $1 face value of 90% silver, whether it's 4 quarters, 2 half dollars, or 10 dimes. I would include $1 face value of this right here. Get some silver coins on a fractional level. But for the most part, I would get myself some Silver Eagles. That's the foundation of my stack. That's what I stack primarily, and obviously I have miscellaneous coins, rounds, and bars as well. And this, in no way, shape, or form, is all the silver that I have. I have several tubes of silver. I have silver rounds, maple leafs, Silver Eagles. I stack as much as I can. Now, I do not have nearly as much silver as I wish that I did. I do not have nearly as much currency left over at the end of the month that I can exchange for silver and gold. But that's why I work as much as I do, and I consider it to be somewhat of a way of setting myself up for success in the long run. I personally couldn't give a crap less about what's going on Friday night. I was in the barber shop the other night, and my barber was asking me, hey, you got any plans for Friday? And I said, nope, I have no idea. I don't even know what today is. If you know what day of the week it is, you're not busy enough. That's the way I live my life. But I don't care about what's going on Friday night. I don't care about any parties. I don't really care about any social gatherings or what he's doing or what she's doing or what's going on there or where are we going, who are we going with. I don't care about that. I care about decades and decades in the future. I'm not of that short-term mentality. I'm long-term focused. And I consider this silver and gold to be a way of setting myself up for success in the future. Now, also, I want to add that I don't view this as an investment. Some people do. I disagree with their way of thinking. Some people say, well, if you're going to put your dollars into something expecting for it to go up in value and then cash out, and it's an investment. I would have to disagree because that's not why I'm stacking silver at all. I'm not putting my dollars into silver hoping for it to one day skyrocket so I can cash out. What would be the point of cashing out if it were to skyrocket? If silver were to go from where it is right now, $17, $18, let's just say it went up to $50, that would probably be an indicator that the dollar bill has taken some serious punishment. So why would I exchange the ghost of money for real money and then exchange real money back to the ghost of money when this is even in worse shape than it was when I first converted it into silver and gold? That's just the way I see it. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to disagree with me. But I will say this. When it comes to the word investment, I could admit if one were to say it's an investment in your future, it's an investment in your family, I could get on board with that. But at the end of the day, I am no longer willing to nitpick over words. I'm not going to argue with anybody. If they want to call it an investment, they can call it that if they want. I no longer have the desire to argue with people over words because that's exactly what they are. They're just words. Words don't matter. Words are words. They can't hurt you. So those are some of my thoughts, some of my opinions on paying myself in silver, why I do so, how I do so, and what some of my goals, plans, and objectives are, and pretty much where I stand when it comes to precious metals and what they are going to do for me in the long run. Let me know in the comments anything and everything related to paying yourself in silver. How do you do it? Why do you do it? And if you agree with me on any specific thing that I said or disagree with me on any specific thing that I said, if you want to have a conversation, let's head on down to the comments and do just that. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing on this channel is financial advice. It's all for entertainment purposes, but it's also to initiate a conversation. So let's talk about it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 1,000 subscribers, so help us out. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course, the brand new DYDSS Major Cheeseball t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, because evidently, if you carry a silver coin with you in your pocket, apparently that makes you a major cheeseball. I embrace it, and I hope you do too. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on the way that I view silver? I consider it to be a way of paying myself in real, true money after I spent my week or after I spent my month exchanging my most valuable asset, which is time, for the ghost of money. Then I take the ghost of money, take care of my financial responsibilities, and with the currency that's left over, I exchange it for some real, true, honest, constitutionally, internationally, and biblically recognized money. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.